Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Look, my Valentine is here.
Yay!
Hi, Miss Tiffany.
Hi, Miss Teresa.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Very nice. Yes.
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 Good morning, children. I hope everybody's doing good today. We didn't get the
Ice storm
precipitation or too much, although I almost fell in my driveway. It was a very it was very light.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoop. Gary put salt down, so we're good.
Thanks, Gary.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, before we get started we have 2 Bible stories to talk about today.
Ooh, yay.
And lots of experimentation. I know, it's going to be so much
Super
fun.
exciting.
So I'm going to show you this right away. Before we even get started this morning, we have 1 jar water. 1 jar, I packed it full of snow. Great time of year to do this experiment. Cold?
Yes.
Oh, that is packed full of snow. And this has ice.
Ice. Yes.
Okay? So, I'm going to let these sit here till the end. Don't let me forget. Okay?
Okay.
Because we're getting to the end.
All right.
When we get to the end, we're going to look. I want you kids to think, well, when the snow melts, packed to the top, packed. And when the ice melts, what's going to have more water in it?
Oh.
The one with water, the one with snow, or the one with ice? I don't know if it'll melt the whole time we're doing this, but we're going to watch it anyway.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it.
Might have to label them for next week.
Maybe. We can do that. We can do that. So, first did you ever bake a cake?
Yeah.
Or cookies and stuff? Well, I was preparing to make a cake. I'm going to make a cake, or I'm making a cheesecake actually today for Valentine's Day. But as I was measuring out my ingredients, I forgot to label these 2 ingredients.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not quite sure which one is baking soda and which one is cornstarch. I'm not quite sure.
Oh.
But I have a really cool way to figure it out.
Oh.
Now, take that cup.
I got a
I'm
cup.
so glad you're here. And pour a little of that white vinegar in the cup. Maybe a ½ inch. Don't need a whole lot.
Oh, it's stinky.
Yeah, it smells like vinegar.
It's stinky. Mm-hmm.
Vinegar kind of smells clean.
Kinda.
Kind of.
Kinda stinky.
Depends. So, I think many of us know that baking soda reacts to vinegar.
Yes, the volcano.
So that is one way that I can figure this out, is put some in vinegar, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to put a little of this one in. Is that doing anything? No.
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 Mm-mm.
So I'm going to put a little of this one in. It is doing some fizzing up. Great. Now I know that this one is the baking soda and this one is the cornstarch. So I'm going to put this on this side and this on this side. And you can put that right there. Thank you for helping me out, figure that out.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we're going to hear 2 stories today.
Okay.
Okay. One is from the Old Testament and one is from the New Testament. And a lot of times when we have different stories during our worship service, don't you ever wonder why they connect them?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to figure out.
Yeah.
What the heck are you talking about this and this
Right.
together for? Well, today is Transfiguration Sunday. Can you say Transfiguration?
Transfiguration.
Right.
That's a long one.
Transfiguration. Yeah. That means like to have a complete change of your appearance. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete change. So we're going to talk about a story from the Old Testament that's a little sparkly and glittery. And then we're going to talk about one from the New Testament that's pretty neat.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. So, of course, this is being Transfiguration Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the season of Epiphany.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yes.
And with it being Transfiguration Sunday, our color is white. Blanca.
Yes.
So, this is the last Sunday in Epiphany. And then Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, and we're moving into Lent.
Yes.
And we will be talking about that coming up. We have Lent coming up. So we're still in Epiphany, which talks about Jesus' love and life and how it changes us, and light. We're talking about his light and his love. And today, he's revealing. He's doing some revealing to us. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So we're going to talk about two people in the Old Testament.
Okay.
Okay? Elijah, J-A-H at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and Elisha, S-H-A at the end of the name. Two
Okay.
guys, two fellas, friends. Okay? So Elijah and Elisha,
Mm-hmm.
they were on their way from Gilgal, this place. And the Lord was going to use a strong wind to take Elijah up to heaven.
Oh.
He's just going to use a strong wind and just take him. It'd be
Like
him
surfing.
taking you.
Like surfing.
Yeah. So Elijah, the one he wanted to take
Yeah.
up, said to Elisha, "Stay here. The Lord, he sent me to Bethel." But Elijah said, "I'm not going to leave you. And that's just as sure as the Lord and you are alive. I'm not going to leave you." Trusted, true friend.
There we go.
So they went to Bethel together. There was a company of prophets at Bethel,
Mhm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they came out where Elisha, Elisha, it's difficult to read this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they asked him, "Do you know what the Lord is going to do? He's going to take your master away from you." "Yes, I know," Elisha said, "but I don't want to talk about it." But don't talk about it. Then Elijah said to him, "Stay here, Elisha. The Lord has sent me to Jericho." Different place now,
Yeah.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Elisha replied, "I am not going to leave you, and that's just as sure as the Lord and you are alive. I'm going to be with you." So, together,
Going to Jericho.
they went to Jericho. They were buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, again, at Jericho, there's a company of prophets there, and they went up to where Elisha was, and they asked him again, "Do you know what the Lord is going to do?
Yeah.
He is going to take your master away from you today." Again, Elisha said, I know,
We're not talking
but
about
we're not going to talk about it." Then Elijah again said, "The Lord sent me to the Jordan River."
Oh my goodness.
Well, again,
Elisha's
guess what?
Not gonna let him go.
Right.
Going with.
Right, go on with. You got it. So 50 men from the company of prophets followed them this time.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
And the men stopped and stood not far away from them, and they faced the place where Elijah and Elisha stopped at the Jordan River. That's
Okay.
where they were heading.
Mm-hmm.
So Elijah rolled his coat up, and then he struck his water with his coat. Okay?
Oh.
And the water poured right to the right and right to the left and kind of parted ways. How about that?
Yeah.
And the two of them walked across the river on dry ground. Elijah did this with his coat.
Nice.
He had
Yeah.
the Spirit in him.
Cool.
After they went across, Elijah spoke to his friend Elisha, and he said, "Tell me, what can I do for you before the Lord takes me away, before I have to leave? Please give me double share of that Spirit that you have." Elisha said. He wanted some of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept walking, and he said, "That's something I cannot give you.
Right.
Only the Lord can give it to you." But suppose if you see me when I'm taken away from you, then you will receive what you have asked from me. If you don't see me, then you won't get it. Okay?
Okay.
So they kept walking and talking together, and then suddenly a chariot and horses just appeared. And fire was all around the chariot and the horses. And then Elijah, in this beautiful chariot and these beautiful horses, God took him up to heaven.
Oh, nice.
On this beautiful chariot. On a strong wind, because God
yeah.
said that at the beginning.
Surfing.
Yep. And Elisha saw it.
Ooh.
Okay? So then he cried out to Elijah, "My father, you are like a father to me. You are true chariots and horsemen of Israel." Elisha then didn't see Elijah anymore. He kind of disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So then Elisha took his own clothes and tore them apart. It was like a symbol kind of thing.
Yeah.
He picked up the coat that fallen off of Elijah, and he went back and stood at the bank of that river again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Then he struck the water with Elijah's coat. And he said, "Where's the power of the Lord? Where's the power of God, of Elijah?" And when Elisha struck the water, it parted to the right and it parted to the left.
Cool.
Just like it happened with Elijah. And then he went across the river.
Huh.
The company of Jericho prophets, they were watching this. And they said, "The spirit of Elijah has moved into Elisha." And they went over to them and they bowed down to him. And they said, "Look, we have 50 able men. Let them go and look for your master. We want to look for Elijah and make sure he is absolutely gone." Okay? Perhaps the Spirit of the Lord has lifted him up, and maybe he has put him down on a mountain or valley somewhere. Maybe he just lifted him up in that chariot and just set him down somewhere else.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
Don't send him, Elisha said.
No.
But they kept asking and asking and asking to go find him. And finally he said, "Okay, go look." They looked for 3 days. Guess what? What did they find?
Nothing.
Nothing. Because he was taken up
Yeah.
to heaven with God. So they returned to Elijah and they said, "Didn't I tell you?" Elisha said, "Didn't I tell you not to go and look for him? Because
You're not
guess
gonna
what?
find him."
They're not going to find him."
Cool.
So that story about Elijah and Elisha is in here. And I want to talk about Elijah sharing his spirit or his gifts with Elisha.
Okay.
Okay? They were friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, here at church, we have a group of people, and you're part of that. That's the church council. Okay? Every year, it changes. Some of the same people stay,
Right.
but some new people come. Every year, we rotate. And those new people that come in, and the people that might have been on church council for a long time, they are the ones that are supposed to be passing down the traditions, making decisions, and helping the new ones learn, right? So they're passing that down. It's like from generation to generation, like in your family.
Right.
You have a grandfather teaching you to do, let's say, play the spoons.
Oh, yeah.
My grandpa liked to play the spoons once in a while. It's an old-fashioned thing, but
Yeah.
it's one thing you teach the next generation and the next generation. You pass it down. And that is what Elijah did for Elisha. They were leaders. And that they saw this wonderful thing. You have to remember, back in the Old Testament, they didn't talk about God a whole lot. They were still learning. They were still learning who God was.
Right.
So, seeing somebody taken up in a chariot with horses, beautiful fire around it. That's telling me that was something pretty special.
Yeah.
So now Elisha has been filled with that spirit, and I know that he is just going to go tell everybody.
Right.
And spread that word.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is one story that we're going to hear today. Now, we're going to listen a little bit to the kids in the video.
Oh, yay.
Okay, that connects with the Elisha and the Elijah story. So, would you like to go around and click the go button, and I'll move the camera and we'll get this going. This is a squeaky floor.
Ready?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Is.
It's not like her to be late.
Yeah, it's more like her to be annoyingly early.
I hope she's okay.
Of course you do, Leo, because you're in love with her.
I'm in love with Roxy? I'm in love with Roxy? What a ridiculous concept. Me and Roxy falling in love and eventually getting married. By the sea.
Hello, everyone. I apologize for my tardiness.
It's all right, Roxy. We're just glad you're okay.
I've got great news. I've been accepted into the International Helpers Organization and will be spearheading the North American chapter. That's great news, Roxy! However, this also means that I must scale back my involvement in the Arts and Crafts and Christ Club.
Ooh. Scale back?
Yes, I must step down from my position as chair. But the chair is the most important position. They get to wear the Arts and Crafts and Christ Club apron. And they bring the markers and the glue. Who will bring the markers and the glue? As my last act, before stepping down, I appoint Mimi as chair of the Arts and Crafts and Christ Club.
Mimi?
Mimi? But I don't even know where the markers or the glue are. And I tend to overdo it with the glitter. You'll be fine. I'll train you in. Come on. Okay, first off, you need to make sure...
Oh dear, I've knocked my pen onto the ground. Excuse me.
I can't believe she's leaving Mimi in charge.
Oh, my sweet Roxy, why? Why? I found it.
Wait, Roxy, slow down. How much weight can the construction paper hold again? Practically none at all. As I've said, construction paper should not be used for construction. Then why would they call it that? Mimi, you can do this. No, I can't. Yes, you can. Just tell me how I can help you before I have to go. You could not leave and keep everything the way it is.
I agree with Mimi.
Guys, this is too big of an opportunity to pass up. And it's a big opportunity for you too, Mimi. You're ready for this. Here. Oh, excuse me.
So, Mimi, do you think you're up to the challenge?
Yep. She has to be. They moved up the meeting. You'll be fine. Bye, everyone.
Oh, seriously.
She's gone.
Out on a strong
I
wind.
can't believe she's gone.
You got it.
All right, everyone. Today's projects will be dioramas.
Dioramas? Why dioramas?
I have to choose something. It's my job now. I'm certainly open to suggestions. Anyone? No? Dioramas it is, then.
Dioramas it is. Here she goes. Woo! That does look fun.
She's like a keyboard or a blanket. Oh, that's the hammer.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. Oh, come back over here with me.
Come on.
Ah. So,
Squeak.
you caught on pretty quickly about the arts and crafts leader. I can't think of her name at the moment. Flew out the window.
Roxy.
Roxy. Oh, I know. So, Roxy was passing on some of her skills
Yes.
to Mimi
Yeah.
so that she could take over her job because she was leaving.
Right.
So that's kind of like Elijah and
Leaving.
Elisha.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Same
principle.
thing.
Yeah, it is.
Roxy
Is
went out
there
on
a skill that you have taught others? I know there is. I do. What about your job?
Oh, yes. I've trained people with my job. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've
Yeah,
done
that's
that.
a big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what a lot of people end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your children,
Yes.
you know,
Them.
every day.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day we teach our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And with you passing on your skills to somebody else, that means you're a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We're all a leader of some point. We teach
Right.
each other things.
Yeah.
So being a leader is one of the main things out of this story. We need to know that we need to pass along the word of God
Right.
to everybody else.
Right.
So our American Sign Language for today,
Oh.
leader,
Yes.
okay? And to do that, right hand, grab the tips of your left hand and just kind of shake it twice. And then shout. 1, 2. Yep, that's
Oh.
leader.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's leader.
Hmm.
So, there's our sign language
There
for
we go.
today. We've got a lot of them to go over, and you and I really need to do something with this.
Okay.
We have to, because it's going to be really cool, I think. So, now we're talking about another story in the Bible about the Transfiguration.
Right.
Okay? So this story comes from the New Testament in the book of Mark. Now, the Old Testament story, I forgot to say, came from 2 Kings.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one is about Jesus' appearance changing. He looked different.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotta wonder why, but
Yeah.
after 6 days, Jesus took his 3 buddies with him. They kind of went on a camping trip.
Oh, nice.
Do you like to go? Did you ever go camping?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll go with that.
it's fun to go camping. So he took his 3 buddies, Peter, James, and John with him, and they went up high on a mountain.
Okay.
Okay? Now, Peter, James, and John, his disciples, have been following him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
They've seen some of his power. They've seen some of the things that he does, some of the things he teaches. But I think Jesus kind of felt like they were still a little unsure about things.
Right.
Okay, so he took them high on a mountain and they were all alone.
Okay.
And there in front of him, the 3 friends,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, Jesus' appearance just changed. Like right in front of them.
Huh.
His clothes became so white that they could hardly look at that. And they were whiter than white than any bleach could bleach it.
That's crazy.
Now white, I mean, snow is white.
Yeah.
You know, when you're driving after it snows and the sun comes out. Ooh,
Blinding. Yeah.
that's kind of how I imagine it being.
Yeah.
You know, this white rays coming out like that. Well, his clothes became white. And Elijah and Moses appeared.
Ooh.
Now wait,
Wait. we
Elijah,
just got rid of Elijah.
Elijah
just ran away or
went up to heaven
Yeah.
in a chariot.
Yeah.
And Moses wasn't around at this time
No.
either.
Oh no.
So when they saw Jesus being all white they also saw two other people, Elijah and Moses.
Huh.
They appeared right there with them. And they were just talking to Jesus, Elijah and Moses. They were just having this conversation. They were hanging out. He was all bright and white. And Peter said, Rabbi, it is really good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters. One will be for you, one will be for Moses, and one will be for Elijah. Well, Peter really didn't know what to say because they were a little afraid of all this brightness and stuff that was happening. Well, then a cloud appeared and surrounded them on the top of that mountain. And a voice came from the cloud.
Oh, no.
I don't know how the voice sounded. I'm curious on that. But it said, "This is my son, and I love him. Listen to him." So the voice from the cloud, God.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Dazzling white. Elijah and Moses. And they're like,
What is going on?
And they looked around, and suddenly, nobody else was around them other than Jesus again. And all the brightness went away, and Jesus looked like he did a few moments earlier. But Elijah and Moses, gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Cloud gone?
Cloud gone. So they came down the mountain, and on the way down the mountain, Jesus did kind of a weird thing. He asked them, well, he actually ordered them, don't tell anybody what they saw. He told them to wait until the Son of Man rose from the dead. Okay? So they kept this secret to themselves. But they asked each other, what does rising from the dead mean?
Yeah.
And then they asked Jesus, why do teachers of the law say that Elijah has to come first? Well, Jesus said, that's right. Elijah does have to come first, and he makes all things new again. So why is it written that the Son of Man must suffer much and not be accepted? I tell you, Elijah has come, and they have done to him everything they wanted to do, and they did it just as is written about him. Elijah went to heaven, and he was so important. These disciples saw him with Jesus. Jesus doesn't want them to tell anybody because you know what? He thinks they're not going to believe him.
Right.
He thinks that if Peter, James, and John says, guess what we saw? This bright, Jesus was bright. He doesn't want them to tell till after. We all know he rose from the dead.
Right.
We know that now. Peter, James, and John had no clue what was going on. They had no idea that was going to happen. So it's a big secret. But why do you think, do you have any clue of why you think Jesus turned white for them and dazzled them?
Maybe to grab their attention?
Yes, that's exactly right. He wanted to show God just wanted to show his glory, that beautiful brightness, and that Jesus, it's real. It's for real. Real stuff. So he wiped any doubt out of their heads, and he revealed himself to the disciples.
Cool.
In this, now, white, transfiguration, he looked totally different. So we're going to do some transfiguration, like, experiments, just because it's fun.
Okay.
And to click it in your head and make you think of transfiguration. Okay. One of the things that we all know about butterflies is like a metamorphosis, right?
Yes.
Okay, so butterflies are caterpillars, and then they go through all these stages, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
They turn into a butterfly. They don't
Yes.
start like a butterfly. They look
No.
totally different.
Yes.
That's like an idea of the transfiguration. So, just like we did with the baking soda and figuring that out,
Yeah.
have you ever, I'm going to show you, have you ever soaked, now these are gummy worms, kids,
Oh.
and I just soaked these gummy worms in a little bit. I hope this works. It worked last night at home, but I had to try it 3 times. I know. So, they're gummy worms,
Uh-huh.
and
What are they in?
they are in baking soda water.
Oh.
Okay, so I put like 2 tablespoons, big tablespoons of baking soda and maybe a 1/4 cup of water.
Okay.
And I have the worms soaking in it.
Uh-huh.
It won't work unless they're soaking at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
They've been soaking longer than that.
Yeah.
So then we're going to take this cup,
Uh-huh.
and they should be able to, hopefully can see it if I have to pull up. This is vinegar.
Oh, geez.
These have been soaking in baking soda.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to try to get one out and put it in. Is it bubbling?
Yeah.
Is it bubbling a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens, let me see if I can get another one. Here's one. If you, hopefully this will work, because there's another one. There'll be so many bubbles that surround these pieces that they'll start to float.
Oh, yay.
Here he goes. They will start to go to the top of the water.
That's funny.
It is fun to do.
Do another one.
I know. If you put too
Oh, there's
many,
a good green one.
is the green one starting to move yet?
Oh, there's.
So what I had to do
Oh, that's.
to get this to work properly is to cut my gummy worms in half, long ways.
Oh, there
in
goes
half.
the blue one. Up.
Is it going up?
It goes up and down.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this other one in. We'll see if that one works. Because big fat gummy worms are a little too heavy. But once, oh, hold that up, turn the cup so that maybe they can see that one. There's so many bubbles. Oh, there it goes. There's so many bubbles that go around the gummy worm that it pulls it up and it makes it float.
Oh, that's cool.
So
it's floating.
it's not
Go,
really
gummy.
making the gummy worms change their appearance, but it's actually changing what they do. You know, normally
Yeah.
gummy worms just lay on the counter and you put them in your mouth and you eat them.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fun experiment
Oh, that's fun.
to see your dancing gummy worms.
Dancing gummy
That's one
worms.
thing that's very easy to do and kind of fun. And you can decide to chop the gummy worms up in smaller, skinnier pieces.
Yeah.
That's even fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
use scissors. That cuts them perfectly. So most kids have gummy worms around the house. If not, you know where to find them at the store. Oh, look, they're still moving around. Still moving around. Okay. Then the other thing we have here is now our snow. Let's just take a look at this. I would have thought that would have started to melt.
I think it is. You probably
Not much.
Not much.
Not much. We gotta make sure we don't. But look at the ice.
Oh yeah, the ice is melting.
The ice is melting.
This is probably packed so much that it's.
Right. That's very good, Tiffany.
I mean,
I'm
it's-
not a science teacher,
It's
but I
looser.
love science. And if we look here, there's more air surrounding
Yeah.
the hunks of ice than there is around the snow crystals, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
We all love. Do you play with cornstarch and make slime?
Not in my house.
Oh,
no.
you don't make slime
No,
at your house.
no.
Okay. To make corn, to do the cornstarch,
Not starting
two parts of cornstarch to 1 part of water. So I have 2 big scoops of cornstarch. Now, we've done this before.
Yes, we have.
And it's so fun to play with cornstarch when you put water in it and you make it wet. I'll let you stir that a little because I think we might need to add a little bit more water. And the feeling of cornstarch and water is almost like slime, and it gets so hard, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It almost gets solid. It definitely transfigures. Looks to us like it's transfiguring. Scientifically, I don't think they mix together. The cornstarch and the water kind of like suspend.
You could use this as like mud and putty to.
You could. Do you think it needs more water?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. Here, watch
What?
this.
What?
I'm gonna take this piece right here, and I'm gonna squeeze it, and I'm gonna hold it, and we'll see if it'll change just laying in my hand. No, needs a little bit more water. Here it comes. Ready?
Oh my goodness.
It is really hard to stir.
It is.
It is.
It's so. Yeah. Okay.
And it kind of breaks up into chunks.
It's like hard, but then it goes right back to liquid, like
that's
that.
right.
What's that? What's
The
that?
Terminator, like the liquid.
No. What's that? Slime stuff that you put it in water. The quicksand stuff.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, kinetic sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can take a piece of this and watch. Look. Okay, kids, it looks. Look.
So weird.
It's so weird. It looks like it's breaking up into pieces, but it is liquid.
You go to stir it, and it's like
I know. It's like pieces.
hard, and then
It's
it
so
just
fun to play with.
oozes.
Now, if you do this with Mom, do it in the kitchen, or do it outside, someplace that doesn't make such a mess. Boy, I love
is
getting messy. It feels good. It's fun to play with.
That is
And-
so crazy.
The cornstarch was a powder,
Yeah,
and we added a liquid, and it changed into
mud.
this odd stuff here.
This ooey gooey mud.
It's transfigured into whatever you want to call
Oh
it.
my. Okay.
Pretty neat, huh?
Yes.
Then we have here, this is going to be fun. Pour water up to, that's the water. And leave a good 2-inch headspace there. Okay. I'm going to let you hold that. That's the fun part. Going to take some shaving cream and put it on top of the water. Oh, shake it up, baby. Okay. Now, this is like the cloud. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're going to see how the rain goes through the cloud and just do that all over the edge. Okay, that should be good. Look at how the rain, it starts coming down through the cloud. Oh, I think we need some more blue on top of that cloud. Look how cool it is, Tiffany.
Oh, that's fun.
It's just another way on
Oh, that's
how droplets transfigure through the cloud into rain. Because clouds don't look like rain.
No.
They're white.
Yeah.
And a cloud is...
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? That's so fun. You can use any color. I just use blue because that's what we think of, I guess, of water. But rain is in the cloud, a tiny water droplets in the cloud
Yeah.
that just are white, and then they get heavy, and then they fall to the earth as in the form of rain. And it's like that transform. It's just,
And the shaving
It's
cream
just
almost
kinda
like
fun.
suspends it in the water.
it does.
That's so cool.
I know, it just kind of hangs there. like that.
That's fun.
That is fun. That is fun. Okay, I don't know where you're gonna find
Kind
it.
of experiment.
Yeah,
My goodness.
and I know. I just wanted to
So
do.
much.
There's another one that I didn't bring because I thought I would run out of time, but I'm gonna tell you quickly because we are gonna run out of time. I'm getting flappy today. Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
And get some lemon juice from a real lemon. Okay. Use a Q-tip on white paper. Dip it in the lemon juice and write on it like it's pen, like
Okay.
it's ink. Write a message. Let that dry, and then tell your mom. You have to use your mom to do this. To take her iron and iron that paper, and your message will magically appear.
Oh,
It'll
that's fun.
transfigure, and that'll be a great Valentine's Day message
yeah.
for your mom.
Yeah.
Say, Mom, can you iron this paper for me? She'll be like, I'm not ironing, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But you have to say, oh, but it's a special thing, Mom. And then you can draw a picture and it'll transfigure with the lemon juice and the heat on that paper. There you go. There's another one.
Cool.
I know. Oh,
So much stuff.
I know.
We're
There
making a
is
mess.
so much stuff. It's
Completely
like
making a
a
mess over
chemical
here.
transfiguration experiment day. And
Oh no.
it's hard. I'm telling you, it is hard. So I'm gonna ask you to pray us out, but not that first line.
Okay.
And I'm going to suggest everybody, if you have slime today, play with your slime. Think about transfiguration. Look at that
Oh
slime.
my gosh.
I love slime. It is so fun to play with. It's ooey and gooey. And what kid doesn't like playing with slime?
Oh.
Me, big kid. Transfiguration. We need to remember that we are the ones that need to see God revealed to us.
Yes.
Okay? He is telling us he's here. And that's what he was telling everybody in the Transfiguration. There's 3 disciples. And it's up to us to be leaders. Can you do the leader thing? Great. And tell everybody else and share God's love, right?
Yes. All right. I think we're gonna mark our bottles.
We will. We'll
This
put
one's
tape on
definitely
them.
getting looser. Can't really see water, but it's getting looser. So it's melting, and this one is doing a fabulous job.
It is. It's really melting.
It's melting.
We will definitely keep those for next week, and
We'll
you'll
get to
see which one has the most water in it once they're all melted.
Put in the comment which one you think's gonna have the most water in it, and then we'll figure it out for next week.
I wonder if we'll get it right.
No, I know. All right,
I know.
let us pray. Thank you for showing us who you are. Help us to be amazed by your glory and to shine like the sun with your love. Thank you for the Bible. Thank you for the love of Jesus. We love you, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
A big
Amen.
oh.
Oh, you're gooey.
Have a good day, Tiffany. You want to shake
But
my hand?
no, I don't even want to give you a high
Okay.
five. All right, bye.